Let's go through the papers for you this morning with Samuel Adeyemi, who's taking the Smooth Side Challenge. And what are you kicking off with, Samuel?
Well, I'm kicking off with the Independent's interesting story. US shares in free fall, all shock rejection of bailout plan. The House of Representatives yesterday rejected the bill that could possibly help unclog world credit flow problems. I mean, it's an interesting story. We've got Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who indicates she intends to revive the bill, as it's been described as the world's best hope of averting a recession worse than the Depression.
I mean, it's worrying, isn't it? Because there's all this stuff going on, and yet it is so complex and complicated. But it all just boils down to how it affects us all at the end of the day when we're heading out doing our shopping or paying our mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, no one can actually believe it. I'm actually bewildered myself that it hasn't been resolved, and it doesn't look like it's going to be resolved anytime soon. I mean, we've got a column here from Rupert Cornwell, chief US commentator, and he actually thinks it's the failure of the US political system. And I mean, I think I agree with him. I mean, nothing's been done. The president can't seem to get his own party on his own side. Congress don't know what to do with themselves either.
Yeah, it's a really interesting point you make. I mean, David Cameron today at the party conference in Birmingham saying that he won't let that happen here in the UK, that they're going to take this complete bipartisan approach and work with the government on all these issues so that this doesn't happen in the UK. So I guess hopefully we can be a bit more positive.
Yeah, hopefully we can.
What else have you got for us today?
I mean, next big story, I mean, the footy.
You know, you strike me as a football man.
Yeah, I am a football man myself. Everton's Indian takeaway. We've got the world's sixth richest tycoon willing to invest his money in Everton Football Club.
Is that a good move, do you think?
Well, I mean, after the Man City buyout, I mean, it could possibly be a great move for the Premiership. We possibly may have another football team raring to go to challenge the Premiership title. I mean, he's worth £20 billion.
Nice.
Quite a lot of money. I mean, if he wants it, it's there for him, because at the minute, Ken Wright doesn't want anything to do with Everton. As we see, he states, I don't want to be understood standing in front of you saying this time next season, it's been another tough season. If I had the chance, I would sell tomorrow. So it's all there for him. I think it was believed that he was looking at Newcastle and Liverpool at the same time, advised by his advisors not to go anywhere near these two either clubs. I mean, if he does take over, mate, it might be a good move. I mean,
he could make a big difference, get some new players in and really...
Could get some big players in. I mean, I know Everton need it right about now. They are struggling in Europe and in the Premier League. Could be a big buy, but at the end of the day, money ain't everything. We've seen with the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, they haven't been doing that particularly well in the last 2 or 3 seasons. So it would be interesting to see where he goes with it.
Okay, great stuff. And what else have you got for us?
Another of my favourite, Ryan Giggs exclusive. He thinks Man United...
This all in the Mirror, of course.
Yeah,
getting some good stories, aren't they?
Man United have won the Premier League and the European Cup last year, but they still seem to be one short. He thinks it was a failure. I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I don't think it's anything. If we can win 2 cups in 1 season, good on them. I mean, I can understand his frustration. The trouble was there for the taking last season. They didn't capitalise on others' mistakes, and therefore they didn't effectively do the treble. Sorry.
Well, you know, it'll keep people writing for a long time in the sports pages about that one. Samuel, good to see you. Thank you.
Nice.